Hi everybody, in today's video I'm going to talk about early winter photography. Now it's that time of the year that, let's be honest, a lot of us struggle with. I really struggle with kind of winter photography, particularly when there's no snow. One of the plus sides though is we can get really kind of more misty, murky conditions. Now it is early winter, although we've already had some snow where I am, and there are still some leaves on the trees, but obviously really kind of dead leaves at this time. So along the way I'll just give you some, well, not really advice, but just ideas regarding how I approach this time of the year with my landscape photography. So the weather conditions aren't that perfect. I mean, it's a little bit murky, a little bit misty, just a little bit though. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I've come to this heath today, because you do get a little bit more opportunity here for some mist. You can see behind me there's a really nice tree here, which I'm working on as a shot here. I think the nice colour combinations of the leaves that are still on, plus the kind of more subtle tone of the green works really well. And there's some other trees just in this location. There's some in that direction there, which I'm also going to work on, and I'll show you in a second. But I think there's some possibilities here. I'm not actually that far from the car park. As I said before, I think sometimes it's nice just to stay around one small location and just kind of work that small area, rather than just kind of trekking and going in lots of different directions, maybe finding nothing. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So this is the other area that I'm looking at. It's literally opposite from the previous tree, and I really like these two trees you can see behind me here. Obviously there's very few leaves left on this. Now ideally it would be great to have some mist behind it, but I think it still works. The trees have some really nice detail. I think particularly the one you can see here, it's actually just started to rain a little bit, which is actually going to add to the atmospheric conditions today, which is great. But yeah, I'm just going to work on a few different compositions. The trees have a lot of character, so I'm going to try and really kind of zoom in, focusing on the nice character of the branches, and maybe just work around with some other shots as well, certainly from this direction. And I think I'm going to walk around the back as well and see if I can take it from the other side as well. But certainly some possibilities, I think. So these trees I think do look better as I've moved around. The thing with this shot is to make sure to get separation. So I've got the tree here that you can see in the foreground. Again, I really love the textures, really love the shape. And then separation between the other trees that are to the left of this, and obviously the tree that's to the right. Again, the tree on the right I really like. It's got that nice fallen branch that's hanging down, just to give it a little bit of character. But separation is the key on this. So with early winter photography, what I'm doing really is looking for colour combinations or looking for details on the trees. Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have a little bit of mist in the background today, not too much. But details and colour combinations I think are the best possibility. The other thing to keep in mind as well is to think about how you're going to edit the photos as well. Now I've created some presets of my own. Just trying to create my own kind of style when it comes to my final photos. So when I'm coming out into the field to do this type of photography, I also have in my mind the presets and the style of finished photo that I'm looking for. And that really helps me think about not only the compositions, but it also helps me think about those colour combinations that I've just talked about. So I'm just working on a shot behind me. I can't actually get too far in because I'm not allowed into that field. So I'm really maxing out on my 200mm zoom, and I'm trying to pick out these silver birch trees that you can probably see behind me. It's a little bit difficult because I said at 200mm, I can't really get close enough to them. I'm not entirely sure that this shot is going to work, but I'm going to take it anyway. I think I'm going to do two things. I'm going to firstly zoom in so that I just get the trees with the colour of the green in the foreground, and I might just zoom out and do a photo with the sky in it, and maybe even think about converting that into black and white, although the sky is not particularly interesting for a black and white shot. But anyway, I'm going to take both shots. I'll probably include both in the video, and then you can see which one you prefer. So another potential shot behind me, tree just there, a few leaves still on it, really kind of that brown orangey look, but you do have the separation. So obviously, because it is a little bit misty, separation between this tree and the ones in the background, and also it helps that the trees in the background, the ferns that you can see there are green, so we have that contrast as well, which really helps to create that depth and that separation between those two sets of trees. Again, I'm really kind of maxing out on the 200mm because I can't get any closer to that, but I think it may be quite a nice shot. Just working on some shots here with this tree in the background, and you can see it's slightly misty in the back as well. So I'm just moving around different angles. I've kind of moved around in that direction. I'm going to take some shots in the direction that we're looking at now. One of the tips as well to try and create a little bit of extra mist and separation between the foreground and the background is to lower the f number on the lens. So around f5.6 or below, but f5.6 is normally good enough, is going to help you create a little bit more separation and give more effect regarding mist. Now I know obviously in Lightroom you can also add that kind of mist effect, but I prefer to do it actually when I'm out in the field with the camera rather than create extra mist in Lightroom. So it's a really nice morning of photography, just somewhere different, trying different things and just trying to make the most of the conditions. So as always, thank you for watching and see you next time.